If you've been with me for a while, you'll know that I am very interested, let's just say, in Megsy's family and their story, because there's lots of gaps in that story, lots of gaps. And I want to know more about it. So today I am looking into why Doris and Markle Sr. divorced. Because they kept being friends after the divorce, and I just want to know, man. Now, the reason I'm just like doing this now is a few things have happened recently. One, I realized that I was self-censoring. Two, I realized that I realized that there's more to this than meets the eye. A lot more to this. And this has been going on for a while. However, there was a court case in Florida, Markle versus Markle, just recently. And in that court case, in that hearing, if it was, and no one's really mentioned this, in that hearing, Samantha Markle praised Christopher Boozy and said he was very good and knew what he was talking about. So Christopher Boozy, that was very good and knows what he's talking about, who got multiple Twitter, X accounts, multiple YouTubers deplatformed at the height of the Sugar Sussex Squaddy thing. And she said that. She said that on public record in a court of law. While also appearing on loads of different YouTube channels and loads of different people, and in like basically coming into the community and having a little gang of people around her. So I thought that was off. Don't you think that's off? I think that's off. I really think that's off. So with that being said, it is now, I am not afraid anymore to look into the Markles, because people who are critical of the Markles get branded as squaddies and sugars and all of that stuff. Now, I'm not going to go on too much, but one of the reasons, up until I feel like the GoFundMe thing with Lady C, I was kind of like, I didn't really like them, but they were there and I felt sorry for the dad. If you don't know, you have empathy. There's a thing called empathy. My dad's had a series of strokes, and he had some strokes actually in 2024. So obviously when Thomas Markle had the stroke and all of that stuff around the wedding in 2018, of course I was like, I emphasized with it. I'm like, how can you treat your father like that? Oh my God. And then, of course, with the strokes last year and the GoFundMe, I even shared that damn GoFundMe because there's a level of empathy. And the way that GoFundMe was received and the attitude from the Markle family and that overall attitude towards Lady C, even though she can't say it herself, is very dismissive and very kind of entitled. And so there's that. So I am all fine with saying the sun doesn't shine out of Meghan Markle's bottom. The sun doesn't shine out of her families, Doris, Senior, Junior, and Samantha. All of them. All of them are not perfect. No one is a perfect person. But this is something else going on here, guys. And we're going to have a look with the cards. One of the things I think I've noticed is, I've got to say, I just want to say about Samantha before I move on. She makes this big deal of being very MAGA, very, very patriot, very, very right wing, very this, that, and the other, but very pro-Israel, right? But before all of this, she wasn't. She was like a Democrat, but she's just figured out, in my mind, that a lot of the people who are pro-monarchy tend to be more right-leaning. And she's lent into that. Well, Junior and Senior haven't got the memo because they seem to be extremely left-wing, quite left-wing, you know, with some of their takes. So, you know, Let's see what happened what's happened with the marriage. What really happens. What's her name is Doris is a Virgo. He is Cancerian. Okay, we have the Hermit in reverse here. She didn't like it. She wanted out. She had the problem, the Virgo. She instigated leaving. Why did you instigate leaving? The Seven of Wands. There's the defensive here. She's got to try and get out of it. Okay. And the Three of Wands. There's something overseas with the Three of Wands. There's an unhappiness with something that's happening overseas. And there's a defensiveness. And there's the Ace of Swords in reverse. There's some very poor behavior, some almost like mind games and criminality here. I feel like she's left. Why is it criminality? What's that? Judgment in reverse. Oh. These two. King of Pentacles in reverse. There was more than one person involved in this marriage. There's people from overseas involved in this marriage for some reason. There is women involved in this. She's left him because he's had an affair or he's done something. Allegedly, my conspiracy for entertainment purposes only, whatever. Because he's played away from home. She felt disrespected. The Nine of Pentacles. There's a massive issue with them. Knight of Swords in reverse. It's potentially there's something happened which could involve police involvement between these two. There's something happened there. Money is a big issue. Money is spendthrift. The spendthrifts here. Money was a big issue, a spendthrift, but there's also travel. There's also links abroad that have been problematic. And Three of Cups in reverse, messily problematic, overly problematic. And there's legality here. There's potential with the police. Let's have a look from his point of view. So something happened while he was abroad. There's the Three of Wands straight away. I want to travel. He wanted to travel. He wants to travel somewhere for someone. And there's the money. Money was a massive issue. He's like, but I can make all of this money. I can do all of this stuff. He saw it. Burning away the old, bringing the new. Change. Well, he feels really judged, but he doesn't see that he's done anything wrong. He is, with the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands underneath, he was happy to be out of this marriage because it's let him do what he wants in what he believes is right. And it's kind of almost like a tradition. It's some kind of behavior he's been brought up with. Yeah, he was happy. He's Mind of Cups. He's King of Cups. He was happy to be off on his own. He was really happy. And there's the Spirit of Swords as well, which is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is reversed as well there. And there's something to do with moving quickly. There's something to do with possible legality. And he thinks he's got out of it. And then we have the Spirit of Wands as well. This man was happy to be out of his marriage because he wanted to play away. The Four of Wands is in reverse there. Yeah, he wanted out of that marriage. And we have the Heart of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords in reverse. He was playing away, guys. Not saying Doria wasn't. But let's have a look and see what Meghan thinks of all of this. But he definitely was. And there's something about travel. There's a lot about sex. There's a lot about relationships in all of this. But he really didn't want the marriage to continue because he wanted to, and she wasn't too happy. Let's have a look at Meghan. What does Meghan feel like happened between her parents? And then I shall leave you to it. Nine of Wands, she's very defensive of it. Okay. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there's the World in reverse there. An ending. She doesn't want anyone to talk about what happened between her parents. So I would really dig if I was a commentary channel or one of those investigation channels or whatever, I'd really look into this, because there's something she does not want to know, the world to know what happened between her parents. Six of Wands, it's really embarrassing. She finds it really embarrassing. The Justice card in reverse as well. Really embarrassing. The Tower, it was the worst thing that's happened to her. And the Sun in reverse, it really did colour her childhood. It's actually colouring how she brings up those invisible children. And the Two of Cups is split. Recognisable, unseenful thing. Yeah, she's still, there's something that's happened with her parents that she's still thinking about. And there's something to do with the courts here as well. So there is a level of criminality going on with Doris and Senior. I think, allegedly for entertainment purposes only from these cards, Senior was playing away, perhaps playing away out of state, maybe out of country. Doris didn't like that. But I don't think Senior wanted to hang around anyway. He wanted his freedom back, if you will. I need to do a reading on Doris. I need to do some cards on Doris, actually, don't I? Let's have a look at Doris. We've got an overall situation. We've done him. Let's have a look at Doris. Let's have a real quick look. The Five of Wands. There was a lot of fighting. A lot of fighting. The Queen of Wands crossing over. The Hermit above. And the Princess of... So she really went in to protect herself. She was concerned with the Queen of Wands there and the Hermit there. The Hermit is indicative of her. She wanted out. She wanted nothing to do with this. And the Seven of Swords, yeah, she was on the defensive. They had a volatile marriage, man. The Ten of Cups. There's boundaries. Somebody went over her boundaries. But also with this as well, we have the Eight of Coins in reverse. So there's an element of that she didn't want to work. Ten of Swords, betrayal. The Seven of Pentacles. There's there's this energy between both of them that they're kind of for saving face energy, that they both kind of blackmailed each other in a way, and there's still that energy there. I think the relationship between Senior and Doris was keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. She played the Ten of Cups, happy families, because she needed there's some money, there's some cash there. There's an element through all of this reading that there's something more with the police or the judiciary. There's also other, when you look into the reading of why they split up, there is other parties involved. And they're very casual parties, so it's not like an affair. You know, it's like he's going to bars and picking women up kind of thing. It's not a, I would say it wouldn't be a romantic betrayal, more of a like a sexual betrayal, if you will. Like, there was no emotion there other than, you know what I mean. There was no emotion. There was only action in a way. Not good. Anyway, guys, I thought that's an interesting starting point. At least we shall keep going. I hope you've enjoyed that reading. Thank you very much for being here. Again, this is just purely for entertainment purposes only. And love you guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye, guys.